My name is David, and I was fat. Really fat. At my peak, I was 303 pounds. I was unhealthy in more ways than one, but I overcame that through hard work, discipline, and strength from my God. This is my story. There were many factors that led to me getting fat. Ultimately, it was my decision to let it get to the point that it did, but let's just say I wasn't set up for success. My diet was terrible as a kid. We ate what we could afford, and we couldn't afford much. And when we had healthy food, I refused to eat it. This wouldn't have been as much of a problem if I was active enough to work that off, but I chose to be lazy. I wouldn't take part in activities my parents tried to get me involved in. Plus, I was homeschooled and extroverted, and when there are no other kids to play with, what's the point in trying? So, I ate terribly and didn't get into much activity. This, in and of itself, isn't a good foundation, but we're just getting started. The ground I was standing on only got shakier as I went through my teenage years. Though I started going to a public charter, this wasn't your normal school. It focused on classical education and paid for classes at a community college early. But all those perks were at the expense of extracurricular activities. We had no sports. Because of that, my activity was still at the level of a homeless turtle. I didn't have the motivation to pursue activity outside of school, so this became my norm. This may ruffle some feathers, but it's what I encountered. Teenage girls can be mean. I had some encounters with some harsh and judgmental girls in school. I will admit, some of it was in my head. I certainly did not have the highest opinion of myself. When asking girls out to dances, I never got one yes. And the one time I got close, she asked me to ask her older sister to prom because no one else would. Ouch. That hurts. I still had pain sprouting from my weight and encounters. Then came the new monster, video games. I don't have anything against the occasional short gaming session, but when my parents bought us an Xbox 360, my life revolved around it. Imagine an already lonely, lazy, isolated young man intentionally locking himself away in his room for hours on end. That was my life. I lost myself in fake worlds because there I could be the person I couldn't be in real life. Through all of this, habits that poisoned my physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health defined my life. My habits created a dangerous lifestyle. My lifestyle created dangerous mindsets. And my mindsets created dangerous beliefs about myself. Those beliefs did not reflect who God made me to be. It was a poor reflection in a cracked mirror. We all have cracks until we surrender to God and live His way. I needed help. Badly. The good news is, help came. In the form of a platter of chicken wings and a Ruby Tuesday. My youth pastor, Josiah, who is a 6'7", ex-military, chef, father, husband, and just all-around dope human, saw the destruction I was causing myself, sat me down, bought me wings, and spoke the truth. I needed to change. This hit the bottom of my soul. I knew it was true, and it hurt. It was also liberating, though. Finally, I couldn't lie to myself anymore. As soon as you've heard the truth, the lie has to work much harder for you to believe it. At this moment, I made the decision to do something to change, because I needed to. I didn't know how, I didn't know how long it would take, but someone telling me what needed to happen moved me to action. If you have no one in your life willing to buy you chicken wings and tell you this, let that be me. It's time to change. And it's simple, but not easy. Maybe you need a change. Maybe it's regarding your physical health, or maybe it's regarding some other form of health, but you know it needs to happen. Here's my perspective on how it can. First, you need a conviction, a why. Mine was, well, stop. Stop being fat. Stop being what I knew I shouldn't be and knew I didn't have to be. That was unhealthy at first, but as I continued, it shifted into a healthier reason why. I just wanted to be healthy so I could fulfill my life's purpose, what I was created for. Second, you need a plan. Unfortunately for me, there weren't many people in my life that had what I want, so I had to do research. I researched articles and I talked to nutritionists and trainers, so I learned how to equip myself. I took a deep dive into health, and after time, I was ready to start. The third step is the simplest, but also the hardest. Action. Now that you've planned your work, you need to work your plan. This is where the people that succeed win and the people that fail lose. If all you do is feel convicted about a plan but don't actually act on the plan, nothing's gonna happen for you. But I do want to say, don't jump in head first. Start small and then gradually bring this change into your life so you can adjust over time and have long-lasting results. You will burn out if you try and do everything all at once. There are 4 steps involved with succeeding at action. They're simple, and if you do them, I promise you, you will see the results that you're looking for. The first is build habits. Prioritize changing your natural behaviors to be supporting for your goal. The second is be consistent with those habits. Do them every single day. If you miss a day, get back up again and do it again the next day. Don't stop just because you had a little bit of a screw up. Do not listen to your feelings. Tell them to shut their mouth and keep moving. After all of that, you will see a payoff. You will get the results that you're looking for, I promise. My results took time. I lost over 100 pounds, but it took almost 3 years to do that. Right now, I am in the last leg of my journey, cementing healthy habits that are going to allow me to sustain this lifestyle for the rest of my life. Getting these results has caused me to be so much more healthy in all facets of my life. My self-esteem increased. I am now confident in who I am and where I'm going. That rejection that has been hovering over my life is gone, and now I can approach God the way I am, not based off of the mistakes that I've made. I don't see myself as an overweight, sad, rejected failure of a human being anymore. I now see myself as strong, loved, and confident. Do not get me wrong, God did all of the healing in me, but if I did not make the choice that I did at the time that I did, I cannot tell you that I'd be in the same position that I am right now. I would not be free. I would not be following Jesus. I want everyone to come to Him, and I want everyone to come to Him in the way that they need to come to Him. Not all of you are going to have to go through what I went through to be able to come to Him. He is not waiting for you to be good enough for Him, but it took me kicking myself in the butt for me to see what God had in store for my life. I want everyone to surrender to God because, as all humans, I screw up my life. I can't handle it, but He can. My goal with this video is to help you understand how your physical health affects more than just your ability to play football or throw a frisbee with your friends. I do not want you to go through what I went through. You don't have to get to the point that I got to. I know this is hard to believe, but I'm not making this for my benefit. I'm making this for your benefit. I want to see you changed. I want to see you healed. And the only way that is going to happen is if you make the choice you know you need to make. I want you to be able to achieve everything you were created for. I want you to reach for your purpose, grab it, and run. Whether you believe in God or not does not change the fact that He loves you and He wants what's best for you. He made you and He knows what you need to be healed. He wants to see you radically changed, and so do I. My goal is to get you to the point of making the decision that you know you need to make, because God will not make it for you and I will not make it for you. No matter where you are in terms of your health, there's always an extra step to take to move you closer to being as healthy as you can. Always another leap of faith. Take it. Take the step towards change. It is so worth it.